All right, so it's a different background in New York for the holidays. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that fun stuff. I picked up a Stingray 4 made by Music Man Sterling. They don't make this sub, well, I guess they do make the sub, but it doesn't say it anymore, the sub bass. Now it just says Sterling. I don't know if you could see it. You might be able to check it out. Anyway, it was for a steal. Normally I think it's $350 or $400 when you find really good deals. This one was about $300 on an insane deal. I got it at Guitar Center. The reason I got it is I'm sick of flying with basses back and forth, living in Arizona, coming to Long Island. So I picked it up and it plays amazing. And I'm on the edge of saying I think it's the best beginner bass you could possibly get. It's outstanding. The feel is amazing. The only thing I had to change on it was the intonation was off. And that's a scary word for a lot of people, and how to set it up. All you do is, if you see here, there's screws under here. They're Phillips heads on this one. I don't know if the focus is all messed up, but there's one per string, and it goes to these saddles. And you either shorten or lengthen the what do you call it? Wow, I'm just stuttering like crazy. You shorten or lengthen the scale of the length that it travels from the nut to the saddle. So what that means is when you play octaves here, it still is a little off. You hear that waviness? You want that to be the same as where it's totally in tune. So I still have to like tinker with it a little bit, but other than that, if that's the smallest detail, it's really not a problem. The thing stays in tune perfectly. It's active, which is incredible, which means it takes a 9-volt battery. Active means it sends a boosted signal. I'll get through this, I swear. No edits either. It sends a boosted signal out of the bass into the amp, and that signal is boosted by a 9-volt battery. With that, you get a 2-band EQ, low and high, all coming from one pickup, which is right here, and a volume. What I really like, a big reason for liking the Stingray, especially as a beginner bass, it forces you, kind of forces you. Everyone always plants their thumb, rightfully so, on the pickup, and that's where you're gonna play. A lot of times with the PJ setups where you have the split coil here and then the jazz pickup, you'll be playing over here, which is fine, but you can get into real floppy, that whole clicky kind of nonsense thing that goes on. This immediately cures that. You're gonna be playing much more tight and punchy. So it sounds that way anyway because the pickup is close to the bridge, but it just improves playing technique right from the get-go. You'll hear it flop around, but that's just acoustically hitting the pickup, like right there it's hitting, but it doesn't come up on the amp. That's just coming up because it's an open air recording. So it's basswood is the body, maple neck. The tuners are, I mean, the hardware is pretty damn good. I mean, we're talking, this thing's $300. I don't think you could beat it. The Schecter Model T that I have, I won't leave a link for it, but you can just search for it out. I did a review on that. That's my favorite bass for the value of any bass whatsoever. As of right now, what is it, the end of 2024, this is my favorite beginner bass because it won't just stay as a beginner bass. You could play this anytime. I would have no problem playing this live at a show or a set or anything like that. It sounds great, it's punchy. The strings that came with it are great too. I'm guessing they're Ernie balls. I mean, it is Ernie ball bass. Don't quote me, but I'd be shocked if it wasn't. And that's it. It's just a straightforward, great bass. I'll be using it whenever I'm back in New York, which is, I don't know, once every like 3 months, 4 months, something like that. So let me know what your favorite beginner bass is in the comments because I would love to see it. It's something I haven't really gotten into in a while, but I know people request it all the time. So with that said, I could probably pick up a bunch of beginner basses and then return them because I'm not rich, I'm not sponsored, and this thing barely pays, but that's not why we do it. Speaking of which, like and subscribe so more people can see this channel and learn how to play bass and become better, and everyone grows and blah, 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 all that stuff. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and happy shredding.